Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing well. My name is Nicole if you're here for the first time, and I'm an amateur cook. Today I'm going to show you a bourbon chicken recipe. This is a great quick dinner recipe. I'm gonna serve it with some basmati rice. I'm gonna add some broccoli, and then we're going to be making a sauce out of bourbon, some apple juice and some soy sauce, and it's delicious. So if you're interested how to make this, keep watching. So first I'm going to dice a chicken, and I'm going to be using 4 chicken breasts today. First cut them into strips, and if they're too wide or if they're too tall, I would also cut them in half. I'm going to turn it around like this. You don't have to be too precise with this. Just try to cut like same size pieces. And when you have the chicken cut, put it in a bowl, and we're going to coat it in cornstarch. You can also skip this step and not coat it. The cornstarch just gives it like a nice crispy skin kind of, but you can also go without it, and the recipe works without it as well. So for this amount, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. And coat the chicken. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. It's probably better to add the salt before adding the cornstarch, because then it would stick better. I'm just going to put this aside now, and I'm going to prepare the broccoli and make the sauce. So for the 4 chicken breasts, I'm going to use 2 florets of broccoli. So I'm going to cut off the stem and rinse it, and just split the broccoli into small florets. You can use a knife. I don't want too much of the stem, so I'm going to cut it off. Okay, this is a good amount. I'm now going to peel 2 garlic cloves, and we're going to mince them later. If you don't have a mincer, just slice them or chop them. Either or is good. So I have that prepared, and now I'm going to prepare the sauce. So now we're going to mix the sauce. I have this Honeycrisp apple juice. You can have any other apple juice, and I'm going to add half a cup of apple juice, 1/4 cup of the bourbon. I took my husband's bullet bourbon from the Kentucky. Yeah, it's the Kentucky bourbon. My husband is a bourbon lover. Now put 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Two tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I think this will do. Add half a teaspoon of ground ginger. If you have a fresh ginger, you can also use a fresh ginger, and I would use about 1 teaspoon grated fresh ginger. I would say 1 teaspoon of the red chili dry flakes. Now mince in the garlics. I would add half a teaspoon of salt for now. We may need a little bit more later, but we'll see. And now I'm going to add some sugar. You can use brown sugar. I am using granulated cane sugar. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons. And mix that all together. Make sure that the tomato paste is mixed in nicely. And this will be the sauce for our chicken. So we can start cooking. So first take a large pan and put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil inside. Wait for it to heat up, and as soon as it's heated up, add the chicken. Spread it around and keep it on high and we want just a little bit of color on the chicken. I'm also using 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil. You can use canola oil because that's going to do a better job sauteing the chicken that's coated. In about 3 minutes, turn the chicken around. You see that it's sticking a little bit to the bottom, but it's not going to compromise the taste. Keep on high heat and continue for another 3 minutes. And after about 3 minutes, add the broccoli. You can lower the heat to medium. Add the sauce. Make sure you don't have sugar stuck at the bottom of the bowl. Add half a cup of water. Now cover it and cook it for 15 minutes. So now I'm going to cook the rice. I'm going to be using basmati rice. You can use any other rice that you like. I would just follow the instructions on your packaging, but there's one little trick that I like doing, and it is to add a piece of butter to your rice because it makes it nice and buttery. So I'm going to do that. And the proportion with rice and water that I would normally use would be 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cups of water. So a little bit more water than the rice. So add the salt and now add the slice of the butter. I would say approximately 10 grams. So add it in. And once the rice is cooked, which will be approximately in 10 to 11 minutes, when I turn it off, I always let it sit for another 5 minutes because then kind of makes it fluffier, I would say. So that's how I like cooking my rice. So now the chicken has been cooking for approximately 7 minutes. The sauce is slowly dissolving, or the water from the sauce is slowly dissolving. And let me just taste it to see if it needs any more salt or sugar. So I would add a little bit more sugar. So another half a tablespoon, I think will be enough. And I will continue cooking for another 7 minutes. And now let me show you the sauce after 15 minutes. You see how the water dissolved and it got lovely and thick. So I'm gonna turn this off now. So now the chicken is done, the rice is almost done, and I'm just going to chop a little bit of fresh cilantro and a spring onion, and we're going to put that on the top. So just rinse it, cut it. It's a really beautiful touch and it complements the whole meal. And I gotta taste this and tell you how it is. So let me get a piece of chicken. No, really, the smell is great. That is really nice, and the chicken is just super tender. So thank you so much for watching me today. I hope you try this. If you do, let me know how it worked out for you. And I wish you a great day, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.